भारती न्यूज, सीधा, सटीक और निष्पक्ष।
Good evening, I am Gunchita and you are watching Bharati News. Let us have a glance at the top news for 4th April. Here is the national news first. Senior Congress leader Sanjay Nirupam on Thursday alleged that he was expelled after he submitted his resignation from the party. He posted his brief resignation letter of April 3rd Wednesday on social media, which has a tongue-in-cheek reference to Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge. I have finally decided to fulfill your much-awaited desire and hereby announce that I choose to resign from the primary membership of All India Congress Committee, Nirupam said. Nirupam took jibes at the Congress, saying, "Looks like immediately after the party received my resignation letter last night, they decided to issue my expulsion. Good to see such promptness." Former MP Rajesh Ranjan, alias Pappu Yadav, has claimed he helped RJD chief Lalu Prasad to become the chief minister of Bihar, but the latter always cheated him in return. In 1990, Lalu Prasad Yadav needed the support of some MLAs to form the government in Bihar, and I was standing with him with our 11 MLAs, but he always cheated on me. He told media persons in Purnia on Wednesday, "I had clearly told Lalu Prasad Yadav that I would not merge my party with the RJD. I would not go to Madhepur or Supaul to contest the Lok Sabha election. If you have any objection to my induction in the Congress, give me the RJD ticket from Purnia. I am ready to contest the election on the RJD ticket but would not leave Purnia," Yadav said. The Virudnagar Lok Sabha constituency, where popular South Indian actor Radhika Sarath Kumar is contesting on a BJP ticket, has emerged as one of the 4 top winnable seats for the party. BJP is now focusing on 4 seats in Tamil Nadu, Coimbatore, Virudnagar, Tirunelveli and Kanyakumari. Radhika and her husband, top Tamil actor Sarath Kumar, merged their party with the BJP during the run-up to the elections, and Radhika is now contesting the seat on a BJP ticket. Sarath Kumar was a Rajya Sabha member and also a legislator. Now news from around the globe. Iran's Vice President for Legal Affairs Mohammad Dehqan has said that the country would file a lawsuit against Israel for its deadly attack on the Iranian consulate in Syria. Dehqan made the remarks on Wednesday in an address to reporters on the sidelines of a cabinet meeting in Tehran, while elaborating on Iran's legal measures against Israel for its missile strike that leveled the consular building in the Syrian capital, Damascus, resulting in at least 4 fatalities. He said the Israeli attack violated international law, and now Iran is currently making the legal assessments and will soon provide information regarding its legal decision. Zimbabwean President Emmerson Mnangagwa on Wednesday declared a state of disaster due to El Nino-induced drought threatening food security in the country. The current agriculture season of 2023 and 2024 has not performed according to the expectations due to El Nino-induced drought. As a result, more than 80% of our country received below normal rainfall, Mnangagwa said during a State of the Nation address at the State House in Harare, the capital. He said that the preliminary assessments show that Zimbabwe needs more than $2 billion for various response interventions. Now heading on the business news. The demerger of Anil Agarwal's Vedanta Limited into 6 companies has got the green signal from the bourses, while discussions with the lenders on the division of the debt with the demerged entities are on. The name of the company that would house the company's aluminum business has also been finalized, said a top official of the aluminum business vertical. "We have already got the non-objection certificate from the stock exchanges, the BSE and the NSE. Once we get the lenders' no objection certificate, we would expect SEBI to provide their no objection certificate." India's index for mineral production for February 2024 rose to 139.6, which is 8% higher compared to the level recorded in February 2023. The cumulative growth of this index for the 11th month period from April to February of FY24 over the corresponding period of the previous year was higher by 8.2%. Some of the non-fuel minerals showing positive growth during February 2024 as compared to the corresponding month of the previous year are bauxite, aluminum, chromite, copper concentrate, gold, zinc concentrate and manganese ore. Now coming to the last segment, that is sports news. Last week, one didn't think of Sunrisers Hyderabad's highest record score of 277 being upstaged in IPL 2024. But Kolkata Knight Riders had other plans by unleashing a six-hitting carnage in Visakhapatnam. Though they settled for 272, the second highest score in the history of the competition. Sunil Narine 85, Ankuresh Raghuvanshi 54, Andre Russell 41 and Rinku Singh 26 produced blistering fireworks to set the base for KKR's 106-run win over the Delhi Capitals at Visakhapatnam. Captain Rishabh Pant and Tristan Stubbs scored entertaining 50s for DC in an but obvious uphill chase of 273. Phil Foden struck a wonderful hat-trick as Manchester City made it 24 matches unbeaten across all competitions with 4-1 victory over Aston Villa at Etihad Stadium. The results keep City within 1 point of Arsenal following the Gunners' 2-0 win over Luton Town, while Pep Guardiola's side sit level with Liverpool ahead of the Reds meeting with Sheffield United. City were relentless in an attack and it was no surprise when the opener came in the 11th minute. Driving from the right, Foden slid the ball down the line for Jeremy Doku, who picked up Rodrigo perfectly. That's all for today. Keep watching and like, share and subscribe to Bharati News to stay updated with the recent happenings.